Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi, happy Tuesday. Happy almost Thanksgiving. A lot of people getting ready. I know yesterday my husband went to the grocery store. He was like, it was crowded. And
it was packed.
Yeah,
yes.
You went too?
I was there not for any turkey or any sort of fixins or anything like that, but it was definitely crowded already. So if you are about to head out, you definitely want to make sure that you try your best to avoid some of those crowds out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Or maybe, I don't know, try to go early or late. I don't know. I think he was there in the rush of it. But we weren't there for turkey stuff either. It was just regular stuff. He was like, oh my gosh, where did everybody come from? Yeah, it's that week for sure.
That's right. The countdown to Thanksgiving is definitely on as we take you outside with a live cam. And we're actually starting to feel like a little bit November weather. Justin.
Finally. By the way, I had the same exact moment. I was just going to go buy some pasta for dinner. Like literally just a bag of pasta. And I was like, wait a second, why can't I find a parking spot? And then it all occurred. It was, man, I got in and out because it's wild stuff. It's very stressful to me. Anyway, it does start to feel a little more like fall out there. Temperatures are in the 50s right now, but we're starting to see things warm up. And we'll probably jump up into the 60s here soon if we haven't already. And able to turn into really a pretty nice day, albeit a little bit warm this afternoon. Let's see if this clicker will work. There we go. 61, yeah, I guessed it. 61 degrees here in San Antonio, 61 New Braunfels, 61 Converse, 55 Bernie. Light winds. It is a very pleasant morning. By 10 a.m., we're at 69. By noontime, 76. And a high temperature today will be right around 84, which, if you're curious, is about 2 degrees shy of a record, which was set back in 1942. So it is going to be actually a very warm afternoon, but then a cold front slides through by tomorrow morning, and that changes things quite dramatically tomorrow. Windy, 67 tomorrow. Thanksgiving Day is going to be awesome, 68 and sunny, but we do get some changes by the weekend, and there's been some changes, some alterations to the extended forecast that I want to share with you when it comes to rain chances and cold air. We'll talk more about it coming up here in just a couple minutes, guys.
All right, thank you very much for that, Justin. Taking a look at your traffic authority. Traffic's been looking pretty good. We got a frozen camera right there. 281 at Hildebrand, 35 South Cross. No major issues. How about the east side of town? Again, no major issues for our folks. Earlier, we had a couple of crashes, but everything looks like that has cleared out. But as Stephanie just mentioned, you definitely want to make sure you hit the roads earlier if you need to go grab some of that turkey at your local grocery stores, your H-E-Bs, but otherwise everything is looking pretty good across the city.
Good morning, I'm Devin Karp over here at the San Antonio International Airport ahead of what's expected to be one of the busiest Thanksgiving holiday travel periods in the last 15 years, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. There are going to be hundreds of thousands of flights going across the country, including some out of here in San Antonio. So before you head out to the airport to make your flight, here's a few things you should know. The San Antonio International Airport says it expects about a 10 to 15% increase of passengers coming through here for the 10-day holiday travel season. That's about 300 to 400,000 people that are going to be making their way through the airports. They expect busy days today and Wednesday, but they also say that it's going to be really busy after Thanksgiving on Sunday when everyone's coming back.
We'll have a lot of operational movements on both Tuesday and Wednesday, early in the morning and late in the evening, and then on the Sunday return at the end of this week, we'll have a lot of people coming back on Sundays.
Before you head out for your flight, make sure you get to the airport at least 2 hours early. Try to figure out where you're going to park ahead of time and use your phone to check the app for your airline to see if there's been any delays or cancellations. You can also go to this website at flightaware.com. It's called the Misery Map. It can show you what things are looking like around the country, from delays to cancellations to weather patterns. Right now, we're showing a pretty good time so far. Only 15 delays and 1 cancellation happening across the country. So if you're going to head out for Thanksgiving travel, folks, let's hope you buckle up and make sure you get here with plenty of time. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, a local family filing a federal civil rights lawsuit against the Guadalupe County Sheriff's Office and one of its deputies stemming from a deadly shooting more than a year ago.
Kenneth Grimm's family says that his death shows why officers need better training to handle mental health crises. Now, body camera video from August 27, 2024 shows the moments before 77-year-old Kenneth Grimm was shot and killed by a Guadalupe County deputy. Grimm's family told the deputy that he suffered from Alzheimer's and dementia. They called 911 because he had cut his arm and was becoming agitated.
The video shows Grimm dropping a frying pan when asked, then picking up a knife and refusing to put it down. As Grimm stepped forward with a cane, the deputy fired.
He literally only gave my father-in-law 8 seconds to respond.
If he would have had a taser, he could have used that. There was no crisis intervention training officers to come out. This is a total failure.
Well, more than a year later, the family has filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the sheriff's office and Deputy Gary Courtney. So the lawsuit claims that deputies did not carry tasers at the time and lacked training for mental health crisis.
The sheriff's office is not commenting on this, citing the legal process. Records show that the deputy remains with the department. Well, 2 San Antonio police probationary officers have been fired, and the department is still sorting through some of this fallout from both separate drunken incidents.
So Officer Cora Crocker was let go. This was back on October 27th, and this was just a day after police say she showed up visibly intoxicated, hit a man in a parking lot, and was booked on a misdemeanor family assault charge.
And a few days later, probationary officer Giselle Lopez Chavez, you see a photo there, was also terminated after officers detained her for public intoxication and took her to a sobering unit. The department, though, still reviewing how a photo of Lopez Chavez, again on your screen, holding up her middle finger outside that facility, made it onto social media without their knowledge.
So SAPD says they only recently learned of that photo, and KSAT could find no record that Lopez Chavez was ever criminally charged in the incident as internal review continues. And we do have an update on that major raid that happened back on November 16th on the city's north side. So Homeland Security Investigations and the FBI now tell us that 143 people were taken into ICE custody. And of those people, 51 are alleged members of a Venezuelan gang known as Tren de Agua.
Now, that number has gone up from previous reports. The FBI and Homeland Security Investigations say that 25 of those taken into custody have a criminal history in the United States. Those record includes felonies and misdemeanors. Officials still have not clarified what charges those migrants are facing.
And as we get closer to the holidays, the San Antonio Police Department and the city of San Antonio are teaming up to stop mail thieves.
So police tell us that criminals are targeting mailboxes across our entire area, especially those cluster boxes that you see at apartment complexes and some neighborhoods as well. They say that crooks are putting in extra time to try and take all of your cards and packages. But SAPD says that it takes everyone to make sure that you do not have a Grinch in your life for Christmas. So SAPD says to make sure you clear out your mailbox every day and try not to share your mailbox key. Lastly, report any suspicious activity as well as any thefts, both to SAPD and the U.S. Postal Service.
Well, the Texas Education Agency is compiling a required reading list for kindergartners through 12th grade.
So last Wednesday, the board met to discuss their progress, and the TA says that they looked at national reading lists and surveyed Texas to narrow some of these titles down. So Deputy Commissioner of School Programs at TA, her name is Shannon Trejo, says that it went from around 10,000 titles to just over 400. This comes after a state bill passed in 2023, giving Texas more control over class curriculums.
So we don't know what's on the reading list yet, but we can tell you that the board hopes to approve the list in June of next year. After that, pilot rubrics will be sent out with full implementation expected in 2030. All right, here's a look at today's 9 at 9. So a man in Galveston now charged with murdering his 89-year-old wife. Galveston police arrested Ernest Leal at his home. Now authorities arrived at that house and found his wife, Anita Leal, shot to death. Ernest was taken into custody after he allegedly admitted to the crime.
Well, today, folks in parts of Harris County, that is north of Houston, will be picking up the pieces after this damage right here, a tornado damaging more than 100 homes in that area. The National Weather Service confirmed that the tornado touched down yesterday.
Well, meanwhile, that powerful line of storms is now tearing through other parts of the South during the busiest Thanksgiving travel rush in 15 years. So if you're traveling by air, you can brace for those crowds and some possible delays in Mississippi and Tennessee.
A federal judge has dismissed the criminal cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York Attorney General Letitia James. The judge says the prosecutor behind those charges, appointed during the Donald Trump administration at the president's urging, was illegally installed.
The Department of Education is moving ahead with new rules that could make it easier for some people to pay off student loans. So the changes would make income-based repayment plans available to more borrowers and could mean lower payments or debt relief.
An electronics retailer accidentally sold iPads worth $1,000 for just $17 each. So it took the company based in Italy 11 days to realize this mistake after the tablets were shipped. It's now asking customers to return the iPads or pay full price.
And the national average for regular gas stands at $3.05. Experts predict that cheaper prices are on the way. So this projects that the average national price for gas on Thanksgiving will be $3.02.
Okay, how about this? Amazon is launching the first antenna for its satellite internet. The Leo Ultra is competition for Starlink. Amazon claims that it's the fastest customer terminal in production. This is a private preview before next year's rollout. No word on pricing just yet.
So controller meets clog. Take a look. Xbox and Crocs, that's right, Xbox and Crocs have teamed up to make this footwear meant to resemble the famous Xbox controller, complete with buttons and the joysticks as well. So the limited edition Xbox shoes are available through the Crocs website for $80. Oh wow, so don't lose those little charms, the buttons, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if you could actually play the game with the Croc. That'd be super cool.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool. I think it's just for show, though.
Yeah.
You'll have to use your regular controller, and that's just for fashion.
Okay, next time. All right, 9:09 right now, 61 degrees outside, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
All right, well, the San Antonio Marathon weekend is coming up. We're talking about December 5th through the 7th. So, yeah, a lot of runners are getting ready to hit the pavement there, but they need volunteers. We're going to tell you a little bit about that coming up.
Welcome back, 9:13. Well, the San Antonio Marathon now just 2 weeks away, and many runners in our area, including this one right here, getting ready for the big weekend.
That's right. So San Antonio Sports hosting this inaugural San Antonio Marathon, which includes a Friday evening 5K under the holiday lights, the expo, and then the half marathon and marathon on Sunday. But with all of these events, it takes thousands of volunteers to make it happen.
Come on down! Woo-hoo! You're giving back to the community and you're helping someone succeed. And you don't know, it could be the very first time somebody's running a marathon.
Heather Hepp knows the importance of having volunteers on a race route.
Free water!
She's been a volunteer for years, but she's also a runner.
It's so impactful that somebody who's affected my journey, I now have that opportunity to share that same experience with them on the other side of the water.
Heather is one of hundreds of volunteers who will be helping out at the inaugural San Antonio Marathon weekend. San Antonio Sports is hosting the weekend-long event, which includes a 5K, an expo, the half marathon, and the full marathon. And so far, they say the response has been tremendous.
We're anticipating 18,000 plus registrations over the 3 events that we have, our 5K, our half, and our full. And so just couldn't be happier about the support we've seen.
And with all those registrations, San Antonio Sports needs more volunteers.
We need quite a few more people to come out, help us at our 5K on Friday night. We need volunteers at the expo and then at the finish line, which I think is the most rewarding place to volunteer as you see all those runners cross the line.
I think it's just really cool that we now have our own marathon.
Dan Andrews tells us that volunteering actually inspired him to run. I hear that not only are you volunteering on Friday for the 5K, Saturday for the expo, you are also going to run on Sunday.
After volunteering a couple of years, I decided that seeing the people picking up their packets and things, if they could do it, I could do it. So about 4 years ago, I ran my first half marathon ever, and I've been running it every year since.
And if you'd like to join them and volunteer, of course, you can get that information on San Antonio Sports website, which is sanantoniosports.org. And they also tell us that you can volunteer as a group or a team. So like some of the kids that need the service hours, they are more than welcome to volunteer at this time. And a reminder, this is like, I guess like almost 2 weeks because it's not this weekend, it's the following weekend.
Wow.
Already.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah. Snuck up on us.
I kept meaning to sign up and then I never did.
Well, it's never too late, Justin.
That's true. You still have time.
Is the route the same?
No, it's kind of cool actually. It's different. It's different. Going through Olmos Park like for the first time, and also I mean it also goes through Fort Sam.
So the 5K goes through downtown though.
5K on Friday goes through downtown.
The one I do. I can't do anything
under the holiday lights, which is also new in the evening because usually the 5K used to be in Saturday mornings. So
right.
She's the expert.
Whole different look to it.
Very cool. Very cool. Can't wait. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And to all the volunteers, thank you. All right, let's take a look at the temperatures right now. We've got 50 or 61, I should say, here in San Antonio at this hour. 60 in Holotus, 55 Bernie, up from 51 this morning. So we've already jumped up 10 degrees, and we'll continue that trek upwards at a pretty quick rate today. You'll see these numbers probably near 70 here within the next, I'd say, hour and a half or so as we continue to warm up this morning. We've got clear skies, and that's helping those temperatures to really take that jump. So the forecast for today, 76 noontime, 82 at 2 o'clock. 84 is going to be our high. Now, remember, the record is 86, so we're within range of that. The average high is 69, just to give you some perspective. Very, very warm. If you're traveling across the state, even warmer yet down in Brownsville, they may see a shower down there, but otherwise, the state is in good shape. If you're driving today, just know that the interstates are going to be crowded, obviously, but no weather issues. If you are going to run into some weather issues, it's going to be mainly off to the east, where we'll see some showers from New Orleans up to Atlanta, Cleveland, and Chicago. Temperatures will be rather chilly up there too, but that may cause some travel issues. Although we haven't seen a lot today, which is a good thing because today is the busiest travel day. Forecast wind gusts. This is another important factor in our forecast. We're going to go all the way to 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Cold front slides through. This, yes, will drop temperatures, but you're also going to notice the winds tomorrow morning. So we're going to see gusts 30 to 35. I'd say roughly from about 4 a.m. through midday tomorrow. This is a point where if you have your Christmas decorations out already, they will definitely get blown around here. And if you don't have them tethered down, this is the kind of wind that will blow that stuff away. So just a heads up there. By noontime, you will start to see these winds subsiding. And certainly by tomorrow afternoon, these winds will come down and it won't be as windy for the rest of your Wednesday. Temperatures tomorrow, very different. We talked about being in the mid 80s today. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the 60s. 67 in San Antonio, 64 Bernie, 65 Holotus. The effects of that cold front. And we'll see some chilly temperatures going into Thanksgiving morning, too. 43 is where we start. 63 noontime and 68 for Thursday. That is an ideal Thanksgiving. I mean, that is beautiful. Mostly sunny skies, close to perfect. Things will change again on Friday. And that's kind of the issue with this forecast. There's a lot of back and forth. So I just want to make sure everyone's fully aware of what lies ahead. Friday is a day where I think we're going to get a lot of cloud cover feeding back in. We could see a couple of sprinkles. Now, this is where there is some confusion amongst the models, is what happens with this front. Right now, it looks like this may be coming through Saturday night, early Sunday morning. If it does, that'll generate some rain maybe on Saturday. But then, if this moves through Sunday morning, that would kind of clear us out. It would also bring in cooler temperatures. So that is a bit of a change to the forecast. We'll see how things play out here. Monday would also be chillier and drier. But there are still, some indications that, maybe this low hangs back to the west a little bit. These are the kind of things the models have a tough time figuring out. But with that in mind, we've lowered rain chances Sunday and Monday, and I'm going to put the best rain chance on Saturday. I still think no matter what happens, Saturday's probably going to be the best odds to see some showers and maybe a couple thunderstorms. So 67 tomorrow and windy, 68 Thursday as we discussed, 62 Friday with clouds, and that's the reason it'll be kind of coolish. Over the weekend, 70 Saturday, but if that front does come through Sunday morning, we could be talking pretty chilly numbers Sunday afternoon, Monday. We'll see if the rain clears out in time Sunday, because Sunday is another big travel day, of course. So again, we'll update you as we get a little bit closer.
Well, good. We can get some use out of our sweaters next week.
Yeah, sure.
Thanksgiving, not too bad. Looking good right
Thanksgiving
now.
looks perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are thankful for that.
We are.
Always. Always thankful for Justin. All right, well, thinking of buying or selling, your home value is definitely key. Before you check the next tax appraisal district or online listings, real estate experts say that there's a lot more that you need to know.
Yeah, also coming up, more homeowners are taking riskier loans, which could affect monthly payments. So after the break, what you need to know to protect your budget. Welcome back. It's 9:24. Well, more people are taking out riskier home loans. So economists say that those taking out adjustable rate mortgages, also known as ARM loans, has more than tripled over the past 5 years.
That's right. Unlike fixed rate mortgages, ARM loans can provide people with short-term breathing space from increased borrowing costs. But the trade-off here is that after a set period of time, usually a few years, an ARM rate will reset with the current market. That means if those rates rise, a homeowner's monthly payment could go up.
All right, stay with us here at GMSA at 9. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back. It's 9:28. Well, San Antonio's housing department has paid millions of dollars to a remodeling company for taxpayer-funded home renovation projects.
And this comes even as complaints about the contractor's quality of work continue to stack up. City leadership is now weighing in on these construction problems.
We know that home rehab projects can be complex, they can be challenging, they may not always end exactly on time, and there are complexities and challenges that arise during the course of the process. Our team is here to serve as a liaison between the contractor and the homeowner. We're there to help ensure there's clear communication throughout the process.
Well, KSAT Investigates has spent months speaking with homeowners about ongoing issues with projects completed by Pro Masters Remodeling.
Of course, Dylan Collier has been following the story, joins us live. And Dylan, what's been the big message here? You're talking to residents about these renovation programs.
Yeah, good morning. The message is that they regret ever applying for these programs. This isn't only about workmanship. Multiple homeowners have questioned the professionalism of workers assigned to their projects, including roofers urinating in bottles and tossing them to the ground below and using a home's recycling bin as a bathroom.
All right, Dylan, well, what recourse do homeowners in these programs have when this work is not done properly?
Yeah, the projects do come with a warranty. Director Garcia did point out during our interview that the city is aware of the complaints against ProMasters, but claimed this is a contractor who has consistently been willing to go back and fix issues that pop up, any sort of complaints that come from homeowners after the work is first completed.
So have all the issues been fixed so far? Or?
No, in one of the homes that you'll see tonight, one of those families, that's still an ongoing problem for them. They've now gotten Councilwoman Terry Castillo involved. They call her a good advocate for their ongoing situation. So in some of these cases, ProMasters has gone back and fixed the issues, but as you'll see tonight, there are still some lingering problems out there.
Yeah, Dylan, we ran a soundbite earlier from one of these individuals saying that they had even painted over their deceased son's part of that room there. So what else should people know as they check out this story later on?
On their surface, these programs are wonderful. They use a combination of general funds, housing bond money, federal grants from HUD to do this work for homeowners that could not otherwise afford a renovation or a new roof. But just be careful and monitor the work that's being done if you do apply for these programs and get accepted and they do come out and work for you. And then if it doesn't turn out well, reach out to us.
All right. Well, thank you, Dylan. We look forward to the story tonight, and you can catch it tonight. The full story on contractor concerns. This is tonight on the Night Beat.
All right, let's take you outside with live cam as things were off to a little bit of a chillier start this morning. Justin, finally starting to feel like some of that Thanksgiving weather across the San Antonio area.
Yeah, it's close to perfect out there right now, RJ. Temperatures are in the low 60s. We got sunny skies. We're going to see sunny skies all day long. Pollen count came in, and it's better than it has been. Molds are low. They're at 440. We've only been dealing in molds most of November, but we had some high counts with the recent rainfall. It's falling off again, so it looks good there. Let me show you what's going on across the southeastern portion of the country. So that front that came through our neck of the woods yesterday has cleared us out, but there are some storms starting to develop across parts of the southeast, and that is an area where there could be more severe weather later today. Of course, there was severe weather in Houston yesterday. Now it's New Orleans, Mobile, and parts of Alabama that can see some stronger storms. So if you're traveling in that direction, be aware. Our forecast today, 73 at 11 o'clock, 76 noontime. We make it all the way up to the low to mid 80s today. It will be extremely warm. 83 at 3 o'clock, 84 at 4 p.m. with clear skies. But as we've been saying, that all changes again tomorrow morning as a cold front comes through with some gusty winds and cooler air, and still some changes in store for the pattern and the weather after Thanksgiving. We'll take another look at that for you here in just a couple minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Justin. Taking a look at your traffic authority again on this Tuesday morning as people get out on the roads right now. There's a look at the south side of town, 37 South Cross. 410 Evers over by Bandera Road, no major issues for our folks. Also, a stalled vehicle, Loop 410 southbound. That's going to be at Space Center Drive on the east side of town. Another stalled vehicle, 35 north at Palo Alto Road. Stay safe on the roads. Again, we are getting ready for Thanksgiving week, so want to make sure that everyone makes it safe and sound to their destination. Okay, one of our other top stories this half hour, your home value is critical information. If you're thinking of buying or selling your property, you can get that information from the Tax Appraisal District.
Well, some real estate marketplace websites also have it. However, before you go that route, a real estate expert tells our Pashada Pope there is more you need to know.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Those online real estate marketplaces like Zillow could help you get an idea as to how much a home is valued. This article, recently published by Zillow, reported 53% of U.S. homes lost value in the past year. This is based on Zillow's Zestimate tool. And according to that article, last year, 1.3% of the homes in the San Antonio metro area saw valuations drop by 5% or more below the price of what the home was last bought for. This year, the number of houses in the San Antonio area valued below what they last sold for is 4.5%. Veteran real estate expert Katie Ross says Zillow's conclusion doesn't have all the facts.
Zestimate is not necessarily always accurate. In Texas, we are a non-disclosure state. And what that means is that our prices are not reported to Zillow.
Ross is a chairperson for LIRA MLS, a real estate network that provides industry professionals access to multiple listing service or MLS data in several Texas regions.
They are using an algorithm to try to come up with what they believe the accurate value is. The resources that are online, they may work in other areas of the country, but Texas is our own country, and non-disclosure is a thing here.
Ross says other details need to be considered when it comes to home values.
They're not looking at the amenities of your home. So if you have a 3-car garage and your neighbor has a 2-car garage, they're not taking that into consideration. So a realtor will come through and they will look at the amenities of your particular property and try to compare it to other recent sales and give you a value that justifies the benefits of what your home offers.
Pashada Pope, KSAT 12 News.
Well, a holiday shopping alert this morning. A Facebook ad promising 20 pounds of Hershey Kisses for under $11 is turning out to be anything but sweet.
Okay, so here's how this all went down. Customers who clicked to buy say that they never got the chocolate, but they did get hit with an unexpected $81 charge, bless you, Stephanie, for a book club that they never signed up for. Experts say if a deal looks too good to be true, chances are that it probably is. Okay, next Wednesday, December 3rd, definitely want to mark your calendar for this. At 11 o'clock in the morning, join KSAT Community live for a town hall that could definitely save you some extra headaches this holiday season.
Yeah, I'll be there, and I'm going to be there with experts from RBFCU and the Better Business Bureau, and we're going to be here to share how to protect yourself, recover from these scams, and spot the most common holiday tricks.
Okay, so they're also going to be answering some questions from some folks out there like this one, which we also want you to chime in on before the town hall. So go ahead and take out your phone, scan the QR code that you see on your screen, and answer this question right here. Here we go. When something feels off, what do you rely on more? A, gut instinct, if it feels wrong and you avoid it, or B, good old-fashioned fact-checking. You look up the details before deciding that you can figure out. Okay, so you can watch this live event and get the answer on KSAT.com or anywhere that you stream.
I think a lot of that starts with your gut instinct, and then you do the fact checking. I don't know, maybe
yeah,
a little bit
my
of both.
instincts are not always the greatest.
Do both. So have you been a victim of scams or fraud? You can share your story at ksatcommunity.com. Your questions could be answered live and with our town hall experts on that day next week.
Okay, good stuff there. Yes, Stephanie's going to be a big part of this as well. Okay, 9:37 right now, and it is 61 degrees outside. You're watching GMSA at 9 o'clock.
So if you're in need of some new kitchen items for baking, we have you covered here. A look at the top list of baking items to use for your holiday treats.
9:41, welcome back. Well, the holiday baking season also in full swing. Before you plug in that mixer or preheat the toaster oven, you want to make sure that you're using the best items.
So here's a list of some of the top tested kitchen items to make baking easier this holiday season. 'Tis the season for holiday baking, but if your kitchen tools aren't up for the task, Consumer Reports is here with its Baking Essentials Guide.
Every year, we look at hundreds of baking and cooking appliances, and we put them through some really rigorous tests. And we found that you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to get a good quality small appliance.
Take stand mixers. Testers whip cream, make batches of chocolate chip cookies, and knead dough. This Waring commercial mixer comes out on top, but it costs more than $800. Consider this budget-friendly option from Hamilton Beach instead. But not everyone needs a stand mixer. For less intense mixing and whipping, a good hand mixer gets the job done.
So hand mixers are ideal for whipping cream and egg whites and making cake batter and preparing sauces and gravies. Plus, if you're on a budget or you're short on space, they're less expensive and they're smaller.
KSAT Reports handed the top spot to this Breville for its impressive whipping and mixing. For under $100, this KitchenAid hand mixer is also a great option. For an appliance that helps you prep and bake, a food processor is a must. For under $200, this top-scoring Cuisine Art Pro can chop, slice, shred, puree, and even mix certain types of dough. For small batch baking or when you need extra space, Consumer Reports says don't forget about your toaster oven.
Consider the convection setting if there is one for the most evenly baked results. Also use the lowest rack to prevent burning.
Those rolls do look good, Justin.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, well, Thanksgiving just 2 days away, which means that preparations for the annual Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner are underway. Organizers plan to serve nearly 30,000 people this Thursday.
So the annual San Antonio tradition began back in 1979 when restaurant owner Raul Jimenez sought to feed elderly and less fortunate. And today it is one of the largest Thanksgiving dinners in the country. And I'm glad a lot of people volunteered not only to help out, but yeah, a lot of people donated.
Absolutely, and they always have a great live program there. It's a big community gathering for a lot of folks, so make sure to check that out if you have some extra time during Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
What do you got there?
I showed this during the stream this morning, but yes, I do bleed maroon. We got a big game coming up Friday, Steph. I'm not sure.
What game? What game?
The game.
The South Texas Blood and Tissue Center, of course, is having a competition right now. So if you go donate blood, you can either get the bleed maroon or there's a burnt orange one.
That other,
the other color.
It's a competition, and right now UT is actually beating A&M in this sense.
Wow. Keep those donations coming.
So this goes through tomorrow if you want to get your shirt. Anyway, a lot of fun.
All right.
Competition.
I need to donate and get my shirt as well.
Yes. You were wearing maroon.
I know. Wow. She's trying to throw you off.
Supporting the Aggies.
All right, let's take a look at a picture here from our KSAT Connect. This is so cool. This was taken in Smiley yesterday. You got the horse, the trough, and in the background, one of those, it looks like a UFO, but it is those giant cumulonimbus clouds. So very cool. And there were some storms there across the coastal plains yesterday, but that's a very peaceful setting, I'll say. Morgan sent that in, and we do appreciate it. All of our friends out there in the Nixon Smiley area. Beautiful, beautiful picture and beautiful weather today. Everyone is enjoying now blue skies. 61 degrees at the airport, 61 New Braunfels, 61 in Converse, 64 right now at Bernie. And you look at the month of November, it has been a very warm month. So what do these colors mean? The gray means we were at average, which we had a few days at average. The orange color means we were above average. We've had more often than not above average temperatures. These are high temperatures we're talking about. And then a couple days we set records. 89 on the 7th, 86 on the 20th. Only one day this month whereas our high temperature below average, and that was November 10th. So if you put it all together and average it out, we are now looking at the second warmest November on record. Now, we could get that number down a little bit in the coming days as a cold front comes through, but today we'll be adding to that average, making it go a little bit higher. 84, the expected high in San Antonio today, 84 Converse, 84 Seguin, 79 Tarpley, 78 in Kerrville. Nice, but a little warm for late November. I think we can all agree on that. Winds will pick up tomorrow, and that's because a cold front comes through. So this gives us the cooler air as we get into tomorrow. But I do want to warn you, those wind gusts overnight, starting at about midnight, but they'll really pick up during the morning hours. We could see gusts 30 to 35. And then by the afternoon, you'll see these winds sort of taper off, and we'll get a little bit better. But that north wind will be stout in the morning as that front comes through. And then high temperatures will change as a result. 67 tomorrow, so we're talking 15 to 20 degrees cooler than what we're going to see today. 70 in Hondo and Sabinal, 71 in Uvalde tomorrow. Dew point trend. We'll see pretty dry air next few days. By Friday into Saturday, moisture returns, but then we get a stronger front, looks like Sunday, and that will knock moisture back down, bring in some cooler air. And it looks like our rain chances aren't as great as they once were as we get into the weekend, and here's why. So these are the upper level winds. We talked about Wednesday, Thursday is going to be nice, Thanksgiving Day. But on Friday, we get some energy coming in the upper levels. That's going to be a little bit of an overrunning situation. So we should get quite a bit of clouds, maybe some sprinkles. Saturday, I think, is now our best chance for rain. And that's because our system that originally was going to be a cutoff low and would come in and kind of sit for a couple days is now, the models are now projecting this to be a quicker storm system and really moving off to our north. If that is the case, then we'll get a window for showers and storms Saturday, and then by Sunday, it may still be cloudy, but our rain chances would kind of go away, and it would be colder Sunday and colder Monday. So that's a switch in the thinking, but that's the latest that the computer models are spitting out. I think that's looking more and more likely. So just know that if you're traveling this weekend, yes, there could be some rain Saturday. If that front is strong enough, we may be able to take these rain chances out Sunday, but it would be chillier. Temperatures right now we're projecting in the 50s, and that would be the case going into next week. Before that happens, we've got 60s for the most part, and Thanksgiving Day looks awesome. 68 degrees, sunny skies, close to perfect. Gotta love it. So a lot of ups and downs here, but this is what you would expect late November, early December. We haven't had a lot of this, but this is more typical for this time of year.
Yeah, but we'll take it. We've been waiting for some changes in the weather.
You feel good about the 50s?
Yes, love the 50s.
Okay.
Yeah. Feels good about everything. Okay, SA Live just a few minutes away, and you know that they're helping you get ready for everything Thanksgiving, which brings us to something that you may have not thought of. Do you have a host gift for the holiday?
Wow, so Fiona Gorstisa shares some cute, cheap, and totally charming gifts from the heart.
Get ready to wow your Thanksgiving host without breaking the bank. We're talking easy, affordable, and adorable. All thanks to our favorite crafter, Stephanie Pena-Frost from Princess and the Monkey Home Decor. Okay, so we're going to show folks how to turn simple, everyday, kind of items into charming fall hostess gifts that are heartfelt, which, makes it priceless.
Yes, and right now, why not show somebody your gratitude and how thankful you are for them by putting together a collection of gifts when you take it to their house for Thanksgiving or for any time in this season that'll make them feel special. Like you took some time to put it together.
Heartfelt and homemade, I love it.
Homemade,
okay.
Yes. So everything here I did source locally. So everything is definitely local, which is also a good thing. If you can get local, definitely do. But what kind of a fun thing I love to do is give candles. Who doesn't love a nice scent of candles in your house? I have a ton of them. It's my favorite gift to get and to give. So I'm going to have you start with this one. This is a wood bowl container, which once again, you can reuse it for any season, any decorating. You want to put the candles in it, arrange it. I found this bag of pine cone and random fall items. And this goes to show just how easy and simple you could turn something into a beautiful gift.
And you can just probably find this anywhere, Amazon.
Anywhere, yes. If you can't find it at a local store, you can definitely find it from Amazon. And you just kind of, you don't need a lot. A little bit goes so far. And then you put the picks in there. I took this off of it was a great big pick with these leaves. I just pulled them apart and put them on there, so you don't need any special tools. You don't need anything fancy with that at all. So another thing you can always do, who doesn't love to get flowers, but flowers will kind of fade and go away over time. Well, why not invest in some silk flowers? It's going to cost you the same as going to a store and buying fresh flowers. And right now you can find a lot that are already on sale because it's end of season, which is a great thing. So that's what I did there. I took a container that I already used for flowers, stuck a bunch of different picks in, gave it that texture, that color, threw in some peonies to kind of give it that mix. I love the way the color combinations are this year. A lot of those blues and burgundies are just such a warm, homey feel. Put it together like that, and then you can always reuse the pot later. So it makes it super simple. And it's silk flowers, so they're not going to die on you. Another thing, you can find a fun little burlap bag. I paired it with a nice fall scarf, because who doesn't love a good bandana with some candles and some plates. And then over here, this cute little charcuterie tray. And I paired it with these fun glasses.
Oh my gosh.
And then, of course, some Frost Family Farms cranberry orange syrup. with this lovely honey whiskey and the ginger beer. Kind of make your own version of like an old-fashioned kind of cocktail. You can also just do it with these two if you're trying to avoid the spirits.
Right.
Another thing is the pumpkin spice madeleines. I eat those by the box almost every single day with my tea and my coffee. They are so amazingly good. Why not give somebody with a beautiful little travel tea mug with some nice, I have some orange black tea, and put it with some butterbeer, which is a Harry Potter inspired syrups.
Also
again,
from Frost Farms, locally made.
Locally made. And then this is the one that I really do like. So give a beautiful kitchen towel, which is always great. Put some napkins, put in another plate, put in a table runner, because we just don't use enough table runners. I think everybody should definitely use them. Throw in some extra green foliage, and I found these cute little spatulas and a bottle of wine. I mean, how can you go wrong with that?
I love it, I love it. And folks can find you Wednesdays at the Pearl Night Market and other markets around town all the way till Christmas, right?
All the way through Christmas, and then you can always find me online.
All right, mention you saw her on SA Live, and
you get a
free magnet.
Yes, a magnet of your choice at any of my markets. Come by, say hello, you'll get a free magnet from me.
All right, for more information on Stephanie Pena-Frost, just head to our website, SALive.com, click on the As Seen on SA Live tab, or just scan that QR code on your screen.